Hi everyone. This is different from my earlier videos. I want to start a series of Uranus transiting my natal houses. So for this video, I'm going to talk about Uranus transiting my sixth house. My sixth house is Taurus. So just to give you a background about that, in June I also follow Placidus. So yeah, in June 2019, Uranus entered my sixth house. So if you guys don't know, but sixth house rules daily work, routines, co-workers, health. It's basically everything that keeps your life running. And Uranus is like a shock to whatever the house that it's in. They say that it's a neutral house. It's not bad or good. It depends on how you use that energy. So when this transit started, it was also trining my natal Uranus. I actually got my first major break in my career. It was just I would not say that it was unexpected. Unexpected in the sense like I could do that, but I did work hard for it. So I felt like universe kind of pushed me forward to achieve that. But it was sudden opportunity out of nowhere. Suddenly in 2 months, I prepared, gave the interview, got the job. So it was very quick in that sense. So that's about my career when it's basically entered. And then in 2020, everyone knows it was pandemic, everyone was at house. But the another area of life where I feel Uranus has been very, very sudden and very, like I should say, it affected me very strongly was my health. I had numerous issues that would come one day, would not be there next week, again get it, not there, and not the same issues, just variety of health issues. But one morning I remember I was sitting down, I woke up in the morning and I just felt really, really sick. And then that became that day, like I don't want to go into detail of what it was, but just to give you a gist of it, it became like a chain of doctor visit, test, diagnosis, and then I still remember the day when the doctor called me and gave me a diagnosis. It was a pretty serious diagnosis for me. It was literally like life stops when like life stopping moment actually. I I took the medicine to get the inflammation down so we could do the testing again. And I also kind of shifted towards functional medicine. I just wanted to heal my body, not just through medicines, but more so through natural, like our house, like whatever we have it in our house. Like I just wanted to completely revamp my life. I just wanted to start from scratch, if you could say. And surprise, Uranus, like it shocks you, like how it shocked me when I got my diagnosis. After a few months, I went and got some test again, and they were like, "Oh, you don't have the condition that we told you," and that was such a shock to me. But I mean, what they said was like, you don't have it, but you could have it if you do not take care of yourself. So inflammation kind of masked it in a way that it felt like it was there, but it was not there, if that makes sense. But the damage was done in a different way where I would not say if it's a damage, but I think it just completely changed how I view my health per se. I just changed everything about me. I addressed inflammation at the root. I gave up everything that did not sit well with me. Like till today, like that was a life-changing moment for me where like I still follow it till today. Because because at that point I was like, if I don't do it now, I might as well will have something so serious. And I think that was also one of the points in my life where I kind of thought, oh my God, the astrology of this whole thing is so striking. How Uranus has affected me. Crazy. I also remember I got COVID. I was so sick, and everyone in my family got better, but then somehow COVID in my body triggered another virus, which caused another autoimmune thing. And I was like, wow, Uranus is not stopping. So yeah, I think it was just also a reality check for me. Like, I'm glad that it happened how it happened, because it just like, it made me so aware of my own health and how I was not taking care of myself. Now, like, my life, like, if I look back 6 years ago, I was like, wow, I was so different. And now how I eat, how I take care of my health is just completely different. It was not comfortable at all. If you ask me, was Uranus comfortable? No, I was not. Was it awakening? Absolutely. It just like, it had a major like, I was so engrossed in my health that even though at workplace I also had like very weird politics and very weird issues of like how my workplace was acting up at that point. But I think because how I was more concentrated on my health, I could not concentrate on the job part. But it was equally shocking changes, people backstabbing each other, like, just the career was just weird. But I do feel like Uranus did give me a job that, or like, the work structure or place where I worked was just something that I could only dream of. So it was not all bad, if I could say. I mean, I would say, like, watch out for your day-to-day things that you do in 6th house, especially your health. Because at least for me, it was completely health related impact. And I have read somewhere that Uranus is so sudden, like, you'll get a diagnosis one day and then second you'll go back and be like, oh, that diagnosis was false. And it literally worked for me exactly like that. They told me that I don't have it, and I had like multiple tests few months later after that, and they keep saying, oh, you don't have it, and you don't have, like, it was just like, I just wanted to be sure, like, if I go a few months after, they will not say, oh, you were misdiagnosed again. No, you still have it. So I just want to be so sure of it. So I think Uranus was, it just like shook me to my core. It was basically a career breakthrough. I was my whole body, my routine, my nervous system, what I eat, how I manage stress, how I work, how I define success. Like, it just changed everything. It was a complete reset, if I could say. It basically, I think it breaks what it weaks. If you're stagnant, it will shock you, and it will make sure that you really rebuild, and that you cannot ignore what's incoming for you when it's Uranus transiting your 6th house. So yeah, that's my personal story that I wanted to share. Yeah, see you around. Thank you, guys.